Hi everybody. Today I want to do a little review of this little Grant extra large ultra micro drying towel. It's lint free, it's scratch free. 36 inches by 24 inches for cleaner and better results, you know. And you get this Harbor Freight usually for $10, somewhere around that. 59.79, 6 square feet. This is a pretty good towel. I have used it and it is soft. I'll show you the results. I already used it on one of my vehicles. I'm going to do it on another vehicle. This is the second one I have, and I do have a third one, but I'm giving that away. But this guy ain't bad. It was going for $6 at the instant savings, so this ain't a bad tool, a bad, drying towel. So we got a massive extra large 36 inch by 24 towel, easily dries the entire vehicle. That is true. Green fiber for optimized for drying paint, while gray fiber is a glide glass. Ultra plush premium microfiber will not scratch or soil your paint. That is true. Excellent with drying a spray wax and spray sealant while drying. That is true. And it also says, it gives you instructions. Read this, Best say for best results, wash before you use. Only wash with other microfiber materials or light color. Machine wash with dye and scent-free detergent with warm water. Do not use bleach or fabric softener. Tumble dry on low heat only. Usually I let it dry out in nature, But in the winter I usually don't wash cars, but But it is a soft material, as you can see. Here's that yellow or greenish color it's talking about, limeish. That that's for the paint of the vehicle, and the gray right here is for glass, which it is a perfect thing. And I would highly recommend it. I'll show you the results of my pickup, how I washed it and used it, and also I'm gonna show you also how to use it. So give me a couple seconds. Okay, so here's the pickup I have cleaned using the towel, and as you can see like a reflection after using the towel, and it did a fantastic job. It also left the glass pretty clean. I wasn't using anything special, but that towel did really do a good job, and I will show an example here. Since I am cleaning another pickup, so here in a couple minutes you'll see. And just one quick thing I forgot to mention. There is these little plastic thingamajigs. You might have seen them before. I don't know if I can find one. Give me a sec. There we are. Here he is. Just be careful before you use it. Look around, feel everywhere, just for those little plastic tabs, just in case, because it does get a little out of hand, and it could scratch up your vehicle, so just be aware of that. But this guy is a really good little towel, and it did a fantastic job. After cleaning my pickup, it did a fantastic job. I washed it, and it was an excellent job on leaving it how clean it looks and everything. There's a fly here, and it's starting to leave something, so this pickup won't be clean for long. It'll be clean probably for 2 more days, and then, it'll start getting dirty. Which I took it into town, and right down here at the floor mats, it looks like, or the floor mats, the step, it's starting to show signs of, like, I think a sheep was laying next to it here this morning. So, yep, it's kind of difficult to keep this truck clean when you have animals around it sometimes, like little animals. Yep. All right, so here in a bit, I'll show you an example of how to use it real quick. Okay, so now that I got it dried, we're going to use the green side of it. You have to throw it on top of the hood. Here we go. I'll throw it. Let me just get it ready. And there we go. Now all you just pull. And it helps it dry up a little faster. It won't take up all the water immediately, but you need to give it another pass. Just so it can grab all the water. And, there you go. See how it just kind of absorbs all the water? And you can do the same thing to the windshield. All you gotta do is just throw it. Give me a sec. Throw the gray part into the windshield. Like I say, you gotta dry that part. And you throw it on there. Which I didn't do it right the first time. I'll attempt again. There we go. And you just drag it, and it helps it dry it up faster. a pretty nice towel. I'm gonna try that again, getting the windshield wet because I messed up. Alright, so here we go, one more attempt, and this time I'm gonna nail it. There we go. And you just drag, and it just dries it off. And in case people sometimes they ask, what am I using on the windshield for the water to drop, like, to, disappear immediately? I use Rain-X, the glass cleaner plus rain repellent. Put that on your front windshield, just give it one spray. It also, it cleans the windshield and it'll let the water slide off when it's raining. And it kind of helps a lot. You can see a lot better and everything. So yeah, this is a towel that's definitely worth it. I will highly recommend it. As I mentioned, green for paint, gray for windows. And it's pretty long. I mean, when I throw it on the hood, just so y'all can look at it. But look at that. And this is a little 4-Ranger 2022, and it's a big boy. A big towel perfectly. And just wipe this side, jump on the other side, you wipe that, and then you could just clean the sides and everything. As I showed you the results of my pickup, it did a fabulous job cleaning it. They were real clean. I'm gonna do the same thing to this truck using a newer towel. The other one was new, but now I used it, so now I'm using another towel. All right,